Hello guys, it's Ramos here, and I've been excited about Overwatch since it was announced, and I've been playing it since the closed beta, and I've gathered 10 of the most important tips I can think about for new players and for old players as well, so here we go. My first and maybe the most important tip I can offer is to try every character in the game. You need to find your main, find a character that fits your playstyle, someone that you like to play, so give each one of them a few minutes or a full game if you think that it's a good character for you, and find the ones that you like the most. I did that first thing. I got into the closed beta, then I did it again in the open beta, and now I did it again since the progression was wiped. You can see which character you've played and which you haven't played. You can see how many minutes you've played each one of them. So my tip is give each one of them a few minutes, see which one you like the most, and imagine if I never tried the Kali in League of Legends, what would have happened. So I did that in every game. I try all the champions every time. I try all the heroes, all the classes in WoW, in Hearthstone, in League of Legends, in Heroes of the Storm, in everything. You need to try everything to see what works best for you and what you like the most and what you're good at the best. The next tip would be to know every ability, and if you follow my first tip you will probably know this already, but you should know what you are going to be faced against and who is in your team and how abilities work together, and to know how to counter an enemy champion or how to play against him or how to play with your team if you have specific abilities that work nicely together, or if you have an ultimate that should be used with another ultimate from a friendly character. So you should know what every hero can do and all of their abilities. My third tip would be to play the objectives. This is not a first-person shooter that's focused on team deathmatch or free-for-all. You need to focus on the objectives and don't camp on the attacking team with 5 Widowmakers in the back of the map, because you won't reach the objective and you won't be able to capture it. And try to hold them as much as possible, even if the time is up. I won some games. If the time was over, we would have lost, but we still held the objective even in overtime, so just hold the objectives, okay? That's what you must do. Heroes don't always hold snipers, so just hold the objective. My fourth tip for you will be to activate the Killfeed. This is not that important, but I think it's pretty nice to have it up there to see who is playing best and who's not doing that much. So you can see who is getting the most kills, who did that nice triple kill before, and if you get kills or you just get assists, so you can see it on the top of the corner who gets kills and who doesn't, so you'll know also who to focus in the enemy team. If you see someone making 1000 kills there one after another, he might be cheating or he might be a very good player, so you should be able to focus him. And to activate it, it's easy. You just go to settings and turn it on from the interface. My next tip would be to be aware of team compositions. The tips you see at the start of a game are pretty damn important. They tell you don't have tanks, you don't have healers, you have too many snipers, so don't just go 5 tracers, because it might be fun but it won't work that well. You need to have a nice team comp. You need a tank that can go in first, especially if you're an attacking team and you need to capture an objective, and you need healers that stay behind you and keep you alive, otherwise it's not going to work that well. So one of each role should be the best team comp for now. We'll see when ranked comes up, and probably in ranked you won't be able to pick the same hero twice, so you will have a meta there that's more finalized, but still you need to have a meta in quick play as well, and you should focus on a balanced team comp that has everything it needs. My sixth tip would be to know who to focus. Don't just go all in and use your abilities and your ultimate on the tank, because that won't do very much. So healers should be focused first, especially Mercy. If they have a Mercy behind them, you should try and reach her and take her out. She's squishy and she keeps them alive, and if you take out the rest, she can use the ultimate to revive everyone, so you'll have to kill everyone again. So healers should be focused first, and squishy champions and high threats like Widowmaker. If she stays behind somewhere and you are able to reach her or take her out from a distance, or try and get close to her and take her out, that's pretty important, because snipers are a high threat, especially if you're on the attacking team and she has a good positioning and stays somewhere safe and takes out all your team. That's not going to be very good. So healers and squishy champions and snipers are the highest threat in my opinion, and you should be able to focus them in the right order. Don't go on the tanks first, because that won't work at all. My 7th tip would be to use your ultimate wisely. Don't instantly use it when you get it if it's not going to do very much. If you get your Tracer ultimate and you have one guy in front of you that you could kill with your pistols, don't just kill him with the ultimate because you just got it. Wait for a good moment, don't hold it there for 10 minutes, but if you don't have a very good opportunity to use your ultimate, don't just rush it. Keep it for a better timing. If you have Hanzo's ultimate, don't use it on one enemy, try and use it on an objective if more enemies are in there. Or Widowmaker's wallhack, use it wisely when you are attacking or you have to see your enemies. Don't use it when no one is near the enemy objective. And if you are with Mercy, revive more than one guy, don't just use it to revive your friend, use it to revive 4 guys or 3 guys, that will be a lot better. My 8th tip would be to switch characters during the match. You can do that all the time. I don't know if you will be able to do that in the ranked mode, but in quick mode you can do it and you can switch anytime. And if you see that your team comp is not complete, you are lacking a healer or you don't have any tanks and you have 3 tracers and if you are one of them, just switch to something else, go for a tank or a healer or whatever it needs. Or if you don't like a certain hero that you're playing right now, switch and see if the other one works out better for you, because you can do it again and again. Just experiment and follow my first tip as well. Switch heroes until you find one that's right for you, and you can do it during the game if it's not working well or you need anything specific in that team. My 9th tip would be to take advantage of the sound. You can hear enemies coming from a long distance, especially if they're bigger or louder. You can hear their abilities or their footsteps, so you can sit quietly in a corner and hear them coming and take them out without them even noticing. I don't mean camp in a room and wait for them, but if you hear something, don't just rush. Try and move slowly or be sneaky in a corner, and if they're very close that you hear them around the door, and take them out without them even noticing you. So you can be very sneaky and you can be like an assassin and take out enemies without them even knowing what hit them if you are paying attention to the sound and to the enemies. And my final tip for this video would be to know the maps. There are many hidden places and rooftops on every map where you can tactically defend your objective, or maybe an enemy Widowmaker sits there and camps and will shoot you in the head if you get close. So you should avoid open areas if you are on the attacking team and you know they're defending it well. Take other routes, there are many paths to the objective and there are many hidden places and rooftops and elevators and things that can take you up. And certain heroes can also climb on walls, or Widowmaker can use her spider web to get up. And many places you can hide, or many places enemies could be hiding. That's why it's nice to have the wallhack from once in a while to see where are they sitting. But you should know all the routes or the places and all the rooftop areas where people can be, so you can expect where enemies could be or where you could stay and have a good positioning to battle the enemy team. And while on the ground, always try to be mobile. Don't just sit in a place in the center of the map trying to shoot people from a big distance. That won't work out too well. If you're Widowmaker, hold a nice spot where you're not that visible and just move around when you're going to shoot, then go back and try to identify where enemies are, hold your sights and then go and shoot and go back to cover. And if you're not a sniper character, just move around every time you shoot. You need to learn to move and shoot at the same time, because if you sit in one place trying to shoot, you will be a very easy target. And those are some of the most important tips I could think about. Let me know if they help you, and if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more Overwatch. Let me know what types of videos would you like to see with Overwatch. I'm thinking of making more lists like this, or maybe guides for certain heroes. My favorites for now are Tracer and Widowmaker. I like them a lot, and also Hanzo is pretty cool, but it's a bit harder. So leave a comment below with what more would you like to see. Don't worry, I'll still make League of Legends videos. I have a lot of videos planned on the list. I just need to get to work on them. And leave a like and subscribe for more videos, my friends, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.